Hi guys, thanks for watching. Elise makes a bunch of videos, just hanging out with me and my cows. My boy's back there, you probably can't see him. But they're there. The farm dogs across the street are barking, like they always are, day and night, 5 in the morning. But yes, it's a beautiful sunset. And 30 seconds in, still haven't got the topic of the video. Today I wanted to make an actual topic video. Vlog. I was just listening to the Monday Morning Podcast with Bill Burr, and he had this listener write in who was bitching about people not using grammar correctly. And I just think it's so funny, people who get these like grammar Nazis. It's a common word, don't be offended. Series of words, 2 words, phrase. Anyway, I studied linguistics, and I just think people get so mad about mundane, stupid grammar shit. Okay, if you have a published book, which is like scientific or whatever, then yes, you should have proper grammar and spelling and stuff, whatever. But in everyday speech and like text messages or emails, I mean, who really gives a shit? It's like, this is, in my opinion, it's like nurture over nature. Prescriptive grammar versus descriptive grammar, okay? I'm not prescribing what you should be talking, how you should be talking. It's like, how presumptuous do you have to be to think that everyone needs to conform to exactly the correct grammar for everything? Just, who cares? Like, it literally doesn't matter, also. And language evolves. The reason it evolves is because there are certain forms that actually don't have any consequence on the meaning of what you're saying. And I think they were bitching about a bunch of things. But particularly they were talking about plurals and how people say like they with, because they is like a plural. Okay, if you're probably not even following me because no one knows what grammar is. Most people don't get actually taught what grammar is in school, and that's the main reason why people who speak English don't speak it in the like correct academic, snooty, everything exactly right way. But basically they as a plural, which isn't even really, it's evolving, they isn't even a plural anymore. They can be a singular. So get your ass out of, like, get your head out of your ass, because like, if you're complaining about people using they as a singular, you haven't clued into the fact that it's actually used as a singular. Like, hello, that's the whole debate with like Jordan Peterson and like all these trans people who are calling themselves they, because it's now used as a singular. Get over it. Oh my god. Stuff evolves. Anyway, but he was just saying, if you're gonna use they, you can't use is, like they is, or whatever, or something. And there was a different example, I can't remember. But my point is this. If you're if you're using a form especially something so unconsequential as that. Yeah, I didn't say that right. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter because language evolves, and if I'm saying something to another person and they understand and they respond, then that's the communication has been achieved. That's what language is for. Language is not for judging if you have got the same level of education as someone else. I mean, it is for that. It is actually is for that. But what I'm saying is people who are grammar Nazis, they need to get off their little elitist soapboxes and shut the fuck up because language evolves, okay? And what you think is wrong, using they as a singular, for example, sorry, things change. It's just like people that say seen instead of saw. Like, oh, I seen this guy the other day. That's not correct. It's not. Like, it should be, I saw the guy the other day. But there are many people who say it the other way. And even though in like a peer-reviewed English academic like article or something, that would be poo-pooed upon from these tight asses who think, oh my god, you used the wrong verb conjugation form. Like, what a cretin. What an awful, barely human creature you must be. There are a lot of people who use that form now because that's how the language is evolving. Because there, like, it's a logic behind it. If, like, every generation, like, how it used to work is there'd be a generation, they spoke a certain way, and then the next generation would like slightly tweak it in ways that make sense to how the human brain works and how the society and communication works. And that's how language evolves. If you read stuff from Middle English, it's barely, or like even Shakespeare, it's barely understandable because English has changed, just like any language. It evolves. But for some reason nowadays, people are like, nowadays, I mean like in the last like 500 years or longer, people just think, oh, this is the correct way. This is how high society, educated, academics, snooty little people are speaking, and that's the best way to be speaking because they have money and power, and we need to control the population by making them sound like they're dumb and we're not. We're going to invent a bunch of bullshit rules like the you and I rule. How you're supposed to say you and I and not I and you. That was invented by somebody. That's not actually how people spoke. There was maybe like one or two people who were really into it because they're like, it's not polite to put yourself first, so you have to put yourself second. It can't be I and you, it has to be you and I. And then it got like convoluted and like overused and overcorrected to the point where it's like, even if you're the object, it has to be you and me all of a sudden. And that wasn't even the original rule. And then, anyway, getting into specifics here. But that's bullshit, is what I'm saying. There's like rules. People who've got money and power and status make up these stupid rules, and then they make it like a, ooh, if you're gonna get educated, then you have to like conform your speech to this other thing that I've decided is a thing. And you can't say I and you. You have to say you and I. Otherwise, it's wrong. But if I say I and you, does that make it hard to understand what I'm saying? Or does it make it actually completely the same and completely irrelevant. Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's completely nonsense. There's so many rules like that, not just in English, but in most countries where they've established a high academia, high society thing. That's why if you like look at like old German stuff, there's high German and there's low German. Okay, because people who had money were in a different circle and they spoke differently than the peasants. Okay, it was still German. It's two Germans. High German, low German. And guess which one won out? Of course it was fucking High German, because they're the ones who knew how to read and write and publish things and control everyone. So it doesn't mean that High German's better, though. It actually is more complicated and fucked up, and like for no reason. For no reason. Other than to show that I have money because I've been educated and had to adjust what I would naturally say, like as a human being, when you learn things as a child, when you learn language as a child, that's the natural way to learn a language. But then you go to school, and then they say, no, 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 you can't say I and you have to say you and I. You can't say whatever, all those other examples. Like, it sounds so fucking stupid. What is wrong with you people? Anyway, that's my rant about how it really doesn't matter at all. In most situations, it doesn't matter. And people who get really upset about it, yeah, those are the people that need immediate execution, I think. Don't be a grammar Nazi. Otherwise, the plebs of the world are gonna come get you. Come get you. Eliminate you. Okay? So just shut the hell up. Not interested in your opinion. Okay? We're not gonna re-educate all these adults who didn't learn about you and I, plural. Oh my god. Put the apostrophe on the S. Whatever. Just get over yourselves. It's not that important. There are really, really other issues that you could focus on. Like, you're just getting into the itty bitty gritty, like, doesn't matter. Okay? Yeah.